Hey guys, I'm going to be doing my Week 17 NFL predictions. I can't believe it's already the end of the season. And let's jump into this. So the first game, the Chiefs and the Broncos. If you guys want to see the standings with the Chiefs and the Broncos, Broncos are 5-10, and the Chiefs are 9-6. The Chiefs lose, Chargers win. Either way, Chiefs clinch the division, but the Chargers can't lose if they want to make the playoffs, and they have to hope the Titans lose. And now, the predictions I'm not going to do the scores and all that. I have the Chiefs coming out victorious, winning the division, and getting a 4 seed in the conference. Next up, the Raiders and the Chargers. This is one of those games that depends on the team's playoffs, if they're going to be in the wild card or not. Now, this is going to be interesting. Raiders and Chargers. I think it's going to be a hard-fought matchup. The Raiders are going to try not to let the Chargers into the playoffs, but I think the Chargers will come out victorious, maybe squeezing into the playoffs. Next up, the Texans and the Colts. They already said DeAndre Hopkins wasn't going to be in the game for the Texans, so that's already a lot of their hopes for winning. I've been debating this based on how things have been doing. Also, if you guys want to see the predictions, the standings, Texans 4-11 and Colts are 3-12. I think it's gonna be a good game, low scoring, but I think even without DeAndre Hopkins, the Texans are going to pull out a W over the Colts. Next up, the Bills and the Dolphins. This is going to be interesting. The Bills and the Dolphins. If the Bills lose, they're at the playoffs. If they win and the Ravens lose, they're in the playoffs. They have to hope that they win and the Chargers lose, or they have to hope that the Ravens lose and they win. And even though the Dolphins are 2-0 in the second game to the division, I'm going to be going with the Bills over the Dolphins. The Patriots and the Jets, it's going to be a good game. Well, not a good game. I don't think it's going to be that much of a blowout. I think it's going to be a pretty easy choice for me. I'm going to pick the Patriots to win, and that will clinch them a first-round bye. Even though them and Steelers both clinch it, that will clinch them at a 1 seed. And if they win that game, and I think, in my own opinion, that the Patriots aren't going to blow them out. I think it's going to be like a 34-17, even though I'm not going to do scores. It's going to be something like almost like that, I think. Now, that's not going to be too big of a blowout. Next, the Ravens and the Bengals. That should be interesting. Here's the standings for here's the standings for both of these teams. The Ravens are 9-6, and the Bengals are 6-9. The Browns actually could go 0-16 this year. And we'll be getting to that game after this. Hold on, guys. And I'm back, so I think that, as I was saying, I think that the Ravens will win, but if they do lose, they might not make the playoffs if the Bills win. But if the Bills lose, they'll not make it. If the Chargers win and the Titans win, then they probably won't make it. Unless the Bills lose today, then they're probably guaranteed to make it. Next up, the Steelers and the Browns. This is not going to be hard. And this will be the second team in history to go 0-16, the Cleveland Browns. First in history, if you guys didn't know, was the Detroit Lions in the early 2000s, like 2005 or 6 or 9 or somewhere around that. I think that we will be seeing a blowout Steelers around a 30-something to 1 digit, maybe 14, something like that. I think Steelers are going to get over 30 points in this game. and easily win. Next up, the Jags and the Titans. That's going to be a really, really good game. Titans win to start out the playoffs. If they win, they have a chance. If the Jags lose, then they probably will drop down to a 4 seed. And if they win, they'll stay at 3rd seed. They might drop down to a 4 seed if they lose. Let me just check just in case. So they won't either way, but the Titans might squeeze in. I think the Jags are going to win, preventing the Titans to get a playoff seed. That's going to be a really good game. Next up, the Saints and the Bucks. Should be an easy game. For me, I got the Saints. And also, if you guys didn't know, if the Saints, the Vikings, the Rams, and if the Saints, the Vikings, and the Rams all lose, the Panthers win. The Panthers will get a second round, have a chance to get the second round bye, or first round bye, and that'll be a chance at the 2 seed. So then I got the Saints, which will prevent the Panthers from winning the division, and the Panthers will be in the wild card if they lose. No matter what happens, if they lose, they're automatically going to be in the wild card, so they don't have to worry about it. They're in the playoffs automatically. So even if they lose, it doesn't matter for them, because then they'll have to play the Falcons in the first round, which will be a rematch if they lose. Cowboys and Eagles, I'm going to go Eagles. A lot of people are choosing the Cowboys to win that, but I think the Eagles are going to pull out with the win. And if you want to see the Falcons, Saints, Panthers, and all of their standings in the NFC South, here it is. If you take away the Saints, they'll still be ahead of the division. Now it's Panthers, Falcons. I don't know who I want to go with. I've been debating this for a while. But I think, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a really good game. But I think the Panthers are going to pull out with it. You know what? Yeah, I got the Panthers. Redskins and Giants, it's going to be easy for me. I picked the Redskins. The Giants should have been in the playoffs this year, but they sucked. Because Odell was out for a while. And Ben McAdoo just sucked. Good thing they fired him. And they're my second favorite team, if you guys didn't know. Next up, my favorite team, the Packers, against the Lions. They beat us early in the season. I'm going to disagree with everyone. And I'm going to be picking my Packers. To not go at a losing record, to have a dead record with a record of 8-8. But if they lose, they'll still have next year. Also, if you guys didn't know, remember that Drew Brees is going to go to the Jags after the end of this year. The Rams and the 49ers, I know this is going to be a really good game. The 49ers have a chance to win, but I think it's going to be a good one, but I think that we will be seeing the 49ers get a win. You know what? I got Rams to win this in a really close, probably game by like a field goal or a one possession score. So coming up next, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. I got the Seahawks, which will squeeze the Seahawks into the playoffs. If the Falcons lose and they win, and the Seahawks win, then the Seahawks will get the playoff spot. And the final game, the Vikings and Bears, not going to be hard to choose. I got the Vikings. This is going to be the end of the season predictions for me. This is what I predict the end of the season records to look like. I'll scroll through them slowly. Panthers, they went from 15-1 to 6-10 to 12 to about at least 11-5. Eagles will be going 14-2, and I think they're going to sweep the division. Steelers are going to win, go 13-3, and that'll put 3 teams in the league over 13-3, and one of them won't even be in a first round bye, or will be, but won't be at a 1 seed, of course. And I think the Chargers will squeeze in to the playoffs, and the Titans will lose, so that will squeeze the Chargers in. And that'll be my predictions. I will see you guys next week when I do my playoff predictions. It's really been fun this season in NFL. I don't want it to end, but it's going to be ended. I will see you guys next week for my wild card weekend predictions.